All recorded material, voice acting, and commentary is property of Brand Productions. The Megaman franchise is sole property of Capcom and all of its subsidiary companies. All other materials are copyrighted their respective owners and corporations. All videos featured are edited for time, skill, and are recorded without the use of tool assistance. Please don't so hyphen.
Hey everybody, it's Rance Left Slate, and we're about to jump straight into Gemini Man's Dark Robot. Okay, so, a little bit of few changes that have happened with Gemini Man's stage. The first part is kind of the same, but you have more frequency of these eyes that appear. And something that I think unofficially I've noticed is that the eyes are more prone to drop you lives and health packets, more than it would be for them to drop anything else. And sometimes it happens at the most inopportune moment, so whenever it happens, you want to be ready to just jump straight. Oh, and there it went. And there it went. The ground ones are more likely to give you full health, and the first part is a lot shorter. And you can see here, a little bit of this pathway up here from before has been cleared out by something. And you have just one of these tanks instead of two. So, what you're gonna do is, basically, we're just gonna go straight through this again and abuse the hell out of this respawn of fish system and murder millions of countless babies while Peter can do nothing to stop me. Now, believe it or not, most people don't really ever understand that to get through the stage, and a few of the stages, it's gonna require a serious amount of, like, discipline and focus. And it's like, focus in a NES game? But for the most part, everything that you're gonna do inside the stage is gonna be serious to a point of just ridiculousness. Like, everything you could have possibly imagined being trivial is gonna be serious for you. And it's just a good point to note the fact to make sure you remember a few things, like the fact that right there is that floor piece from before that doesn't drop anything. And you're gonna always want to keep a full rush jet on you at all times when you start doing Gemini Man and Needleman's Dark Robot stages. Because there's some things about the layout that are different that will really throw you off. Like here. When you drop down here, you have another plethora of full eggs. And when I mean a plethora, I mean this room and the next room. And that's really to prepare you for this next Dark Robot. Because if you keep count, there's 2 Dark Robots for every single one of these. And we've already fought 4. So we have another 4 left. And it can get difficult, because if you really try to play this the way that Nintendo would have intended, I guess, they're really making you reassess your skills. And if you're having difficulty here, then I'm sorry for you. You're not gonna have a very fun time completing the game. I mean, it gets easier once you destroy Dark Robots. But until then, it's just your basic skills. Running, jumping, shooting, killing things without mercy, mashing your buttons on time, infinite bullet lemon spamming in people's faces. Yeah, pretty much it. It's as simple as Megaman gets. Oh, yeah, and another thing. If there's 3 tadpoles on your screen, and you don't kill them, you can't make any more. Because it's not the actual thing that makes the drop, it's killing a tadpole that makes the drop. For the most part, I might be quiet through this because at this point there's not really much I can really show you. I'd make a cut, but I'm not really stuck on anything, and this is more just like basic, infinite, like, This is like Megaman 2 with using Leaf Shield to infinitely spawn power-ups. This is like... The only difference is that this makes you regress. And that's all it is. Not much you can do. And here we are again at another Doc Robot. This one is going to be Flashman. And yes, this one is kind of hard. Because this one, he hits you, he freezes time, and then he keeps hitting you. And there's really no reason to really run from him because you're not going to go anywhere. So you might as well just stand there at the door and take it. Because that's the fastest way to drop him. And unlike the other ones, this one does not feed you any health afterwards. And here's why. When you cross over this pit, bugs! So basically, they intended for you through this next section, and the section afterwards, that follows when you get this Rush Marine. They intended for you to use this as a time to power yourself back up to full health. But even then, they still don't really give you anything to do that with. They just give you this energy. They put these enemies in front of you, and they're just like, have fun. That's it. That's practically it. It's like, simple from that point. And here, you get more bugs. That's it. That's all they can give you. Bugs. Bugs on bugs. Just bugs. That's all they can do. Bugs. I don't even know why they put this section in here. Because these bugs are not a problem. It's like, easy health. Yeah, sure. You might get hit by a few. Yeah, sure, it might hurt. Just a little bit. But it's not that threatening. They don't do anything. They do nothing. At all. Nothing. They're not deadly. They're not intimidating. They're not little persnickety things that kill you if you don't jump away at a certain moment, or they explode if you let them go to the screen. They do nothing! And then this little empty section here, they just use this as a transition point to go from air to water. It doesn't make any sense to me. And because we went from air to water, you probably would have assumed that this Doc Robot would have been Bubble Man, and you would have been right. And basically for this one, all you gotta do is just use Needle, just like you did on Flashman, and just drain him. He falls slow enough, so all you gotta do is just slide under the bubbles, shoot him in the face, take a bullet, keep shooting him in the face on the drop down, and spam the fuck out of Needle. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So, I'm gonna do a quick little cut, because I kinda ran the end time on this video long, and we're gonna go straight into Needleman afterwards. And we're back. To be honest, this next one is annoying, to say the least. The thing about this stage, for Needleman with the Doc Robot variant, the main problem here is that there's a section of this stage that has a serious heavy reliance on Rush Jet. And then there's this first section here with all of these out-of-sync drop-down columns that hurt you. And the problem is that if they're out of sync, you can't properly dodge them, so you have to take a little damage. So it's kind of ridiculous. But the good thing is that, at this point, you should have at least more than 5 lives. And maybe if you take less damage like I did, and you kill things more properly, you'll have more than 5 tanks. But that's okay, because we're gonna get more later. And that's going to be in the next video, which is also going to double as our finale, because it's going to be one long cut from Brickman to the end of the game, and that's practically it. So, and yeah, so we got enough, we got another life, and we got another energy tank, so that's it. But here's the thing I wanted to showcase to you. Not enough people know this, but if you jump on Rush when you fly, you do not waste any energy, and it's a serious technique that you gotta use, because if you don't know how to do that, this next section is gonna be difficult. And this one is Airman. And in this one, Airman can only be hurt by magnets, and the magnets do get repelled by the tornado. So, you do gotta get all up in his face. Just take the shots, keep wasting him, and he'll drop. That's it. And they give you this thing to refill your rush jet, should you die. But I'm just gonna take it, because I need it anyways. They give you also these enemies here at the start, but you don't need them as long as you use this trick. So, demonstrating the platforming skills here. A technique that you need to know if you want to speedrun this. If you're gonna speedrun, you have to know how to jump in time with the falling dive bomber things. I still don't know their name, and I don't really care. But you gotta be able to dodge fireflies in the case you have to turn around. And you have to be able to frame through the top of the parachute slash... the parachute. You gotta be able to drop through it. And you gotta make use of getting off of Rush and running to the other side of this platform, and doing it as fast as possible, so that you get the best time, should you want to speedrun this, tool assisted. And that's pretty much it. You barely waste anything at all. And from this point on, it'll just be you using nothing but Shadow Blade. And that's all you gotta do. And we're gonna come to these Met Daddies, I guess. Flying Met Daddy. He's gonna drop 3 Mets, and they do drop restoratives, so you will want to make use of them. You're gonna pretty much just spam these, recover, and just keep on moving. It's as easy as that. It's pie. It is pie. Then you're gonna come to Flying Met Tools. They also drop stuff. Oh, got another life. That's cool. And you're just gonna run through these, refill your Shadow Blade if you need to, which really won't, because you're not gonna run out of ammunition before you get to the boss, if you're accurate. And even then, you're not gonna run out. And get your few cheap shots in on this one. Recover. Keep abusing the babies. Dodge his easy-ass bullets. Keep spamming the babies. I don't know why I call them babies. Maybe it's just because that's the thing about Met Tools. But yeah. Grab the health, kill the enemy, go to the door. That's it. And this last one should be... yeah, this one is Crash Man. And Crash Man is difficult, to say the least. He's a little bit difficult because he takes so little health, but he does so much damage, just like the Quickman Doc robot. And you gotta be able to keep avoiding him and his bombs. You can't take damage from either, but because he jumps so much, it makes it easier for you to land these hits with the needle. So, all you gotta do is just keep going. And that's pretty much it. Woo! Got him. That was close. Alright, all that's left is the finale of this Let's Play, and we move on to the next one. See you next time, I'm Ran, deuces.